Hi, in this video we are going to see what is HTML. HTML is hypertext markup language. What is hypertext? This is something like when you click some link, so what page I wanted to open, so that is called hypertext. Markup language, it's mainly if you have any text you wanted to highlight with bold or highlight with different color, or I wanted to change the font of the particular text. This is mainly to format your text, that is called markup. So that is called hypertext markup language, which is HTML. So now I'll just quickly show the demo for simple web page. I'll just open the notepad. I'm going to write this file into my desktop. Okay, so I'll just save this file as hello world.html, and then I'll just close with the double quote, and also I'll save this type as all files. So now I'm saving this file as hello world.html. So that is my HTML file, and which is there in my desktop. So if you see here, this is the file as we have saved as a HTML. So that is why you are able to see the browser icon. So now what I'll do, if I open this file, right, it will be empty only. See here, empty, and then this file name is coming in the title of the browser as well. So now what we are going to do is we are going to add some of the information in our HTML file. So in order to start any HTML file, right, you need some declaration. Okay, so which will be like doc type, and then you can have this HTML. So this will be your declaration tag, and afterwards if anything you wanted to start, right, it has to start with HTML. So that is a starting tag, and then you have to close that with your ending tag. So any tag, right, whatever you start, that has to be closed. And even HTML is a case sensitive, so you can type it in a capital or a smaller case, but always it's better to write in a smaller case. So now I have written a HTML here, so that is a starting and ending tag, and mainly it has at high level it has two different blocks. One is a header block, which we call it as head. Inside that we can write something like title of the page. I can give it here. So this header section, which mainly hold the metadata about the particular HTML web page. So metadata is nothing but it's a information about the particular page. So I'll just give a title of this page, and I'll say hello. I'll give a title as hello. Okay, so I saved it. Now if you go and refresh this page, earlier it is a hello world.html. So when I refresh it, see here, hello is coming here. So your title got changed for your particular HTML file. So now I'll just change this to hello world, and I'll save it. I'll refresh it in my browser. See, when I refresh it, hello world is coming. So this is title. So whatever you see in the browser, right, in the display window, whatever you see, it's currently empty because there is no content we have written in the particular HTML. For example, if you want to write any content, then you have to write within the body part. Okay, so I'll just start the body and close the body. Here what I'll do, I'll just write some content. So for example, if I wanted to write some content, then I can give it in a paragraph tag, which is nothing but P. And if you want to close anything, then you have to close the paragraph tag as well. So every start tag, right, you have to close it. So body tag, I closed it. Inside the body, I want the paragraph. I'll type it like this is my paragraph 1. Okay, and then I'll refresh it here. See here, inside the body section, you have this content. So in this content, it's a normal text. So for example, you want to make this content little bold. So how do we do it? So you just give this one with B for bold, and that is also you need to close it. So I have closed with the /B. I'll come here and refresh it. See here, it's bold now. So I'll give some text without bold here, or I'll say here, this is my bold text. And inside the other paragraph, right, so I'll just this is my paragraph content. See here, I saved it, refresh it in my browser. See here, this is in bold, this is in a normal character. So here if you look at this HTML, so we are able to format the content. So this is called markup language. So you are just formatting and showing it differently. And also if you look at this content, all are in the same font size. So if you want the different heading, right, because when you open any browser, right, I'll just open any website. I'll just try to open any website. So I'll just click this particular website. Okay, so I'm just clicking this website. which is opening in a separate page. If you see here, this one is a HTML page where you have some images and you have some content with bold, and you have some content in a different color. This is again in a different color, different size, and it's like a heading, and you have a different image, different color text. So everything is there, right? So this is how HTML it's coming in a different formatted content. Even if you wanted to see the page source, you can right click and view source. It will start with your declaration tag. See here, declaration tag, and whatever is starting with the HTML, and at the end the HTML tag will be closed. And inside that you will have a body where you will have a main content, and if you wanted to write any title, right, you have to put it in the header, which is called head, and then you have a title. So these kind of things, right? So this is the HTML coding. So now I'll just close this, and we are also going to create such content in our HTML page as well. So now I'll go to my code. This is my code. So we have a header where we have a title, and body where we have a content. So in this content we just give a bold, right? So for example, I wanted to give a italic. Okay, so I'll just give I, and I'll say I. Okay, so this will change it to italic. I'll refresh it here. See here, it's a italic font. So this way, and also every tag it's starting with starting tag, end tag. Okay, so there are some tag like BR, which will give some space, which will give a new line, which is kind of a break, which will not have a end tag also. So for example, I wanted to enter a few lines of empty line, and then I wanted to type my content. Okay, this is after break. I have given this content, I have saved it, I refreshed it. See here, there are few line spaces here, and after that only this text is coming. And if you wanted to add some more break space as well, so you can add it, come and refresh it here, you will be able to see the new line, empty line got added here. So this way you can add it. And I wanted to add image now. See here, now only we have different text and different font. One is in bold, another one is in italic. So now I wanted to add an image. So how do we add an image? So for example, here I wanted to add an image. So image, it will come in the img tag. So where we have to say the source of the image in a double quote, and I can give a text also. I'll close this tag, and I'll say cloud. Okay, so I'm just going to download some cloud images. Different cloud images are there. I'll take this one, I'll save this image, save images, and I'll put it in a desktop only, and then I'll say cloud.jpg. I'm saving this file name as cloud.jpg, and then I'll save it in a desktop. Now the file got saved. So in this particular HTML page, I'm going to refer that cloud image. So source of my cloud image, this is nothing but it's available in the cloud.jpg file, in the same location of where my HTML file is available. So I'll just save it. I'll refresh it. See here, this is the image I have downloaded. So because the image itself, it's like that only. So better, I'll try to download some other image. I'll try to download some other image. So you can download any image. Okay, so I'll put, for sample, I'll try to download this image. Maybe I'll try to download this Salesforce image. I'll try to save this, and I'll try to save it in a same file only, cloud.jpg, because the earlier image was it's not complete, and it cut at the end. So I'll download the valid image now. So now I saved that file. I'll refresh it. See here, Salesforce image is referred there. So how it is coming? So we use the image tag in our code. I'll just close this window which is not required. This is our output of HTML. Okay, so this is our coding. So in the coding we referred image. So similarly, if you wanted to refer anything, for example, I wanted to give a link to some other website. How do we give it? You can give a and then href equal to, here you can give the link of your page. So I'm just closing the hyperlink tag, which is A, and then I close the A tag, and here I'm just going to click here to reach google.com. So I'm just going to, or I'll just remove this google.com. Google, I'll just keep it. Here you have to give the link details. I'm giving like https www.google.com. So when I click this link, right, which is a hyperlink, and it will reach us to this page. So I have just saved it. I'll open this browser, I'll refresh it. Whenever I'm clicking refresh, I'm just clicking the Control R here, or you can double click and you can open from here as well. If I click this page, it will open the google.com. See here, it's opening in the same window. So there is something called, if you wanted to open in a different window also you can do it, but there is a tag called target. You can give it like underscore blank, save it, and you just refresh it. Once you click this, it will open in a new window. Similarly, any page you can give it. For example, if I wanted to change this link to www.apple.com, I saved it. So when I click that link now, it will go to apple.com website, because that is the link I gave it. So now I'll just close the window which I opened. Only I keep my program alone. So this I have changed to Apple. So I'll just change this text also to Apple. So now we saw how to use hyperlink, how to use image, how to use paragraph. So in our page, right, whenever we see some page, for example, I went to apple.com. There some of the text are heading in a different font size, right, and there is a smaller heading, bigger heading, right. So if you want that kind of thing, then what you have to do, you can go to, for example, I wanted to give some heading. Okay, so there is a heading called H1, and you can close the H1. So I'll just say Apple iPhone 13 Pro. So this is my text for H1. So I'll just come and refresh it. See here, which is big, right? From our normal text, it's big. Similarly, if you want a smaller heading, right, you can give like H2, H3 and so on. For example, I'm going to give H2. I'll close this one. And here Apple iPhone 13 Pro, I wanted to give something like price some dollar. Okay. So now if I refresh this page, so this text will be smaller than this H1. Okay. So H1 is a heading 1, H2 is a heading 2. So now we saw how the heading tags works, paragraph also we saw, and we didn't see anything about the different font, right? For example, if you look at this all content, it's all are there in a same font. So I'll try to change some font for this particular content. Okay, this is after break is there, right? So what I'll do, I'll add a paragraph here. I'll close this one. So you can have a number of paragraphs. I'll just close here. Here I wanted to add some color. Mainly I wanted to add some font color. So font color, you have to give it in a inside the tag called style. And whenever you have any tag, and if you have something inside that, that is called attributes. That's a property of this paragraph. Okay, so this paragraph which will have a style equal to, I'll say font, and I'll mention font color, and then I'll say red, and then this one I can put in a double quote. I'll save this one, and I'll just do a Control R here. So this is after break, right? This is after break. So here font color. So maybe we have given some syntax error. I'm just checking that. So what error we have? Okay, so instead font color, so we can give it like color here. I'll just give color only. Color equal to red, so that we have to give it like color colon red. See here, the color got changed to red. Similarly, if you wanted to change the font size, okay, so I wanted to change the font size, then what you can do, I'll just give another paragraph, maybe style. I'll give it like font size, and I wanted to give some size. So for example, in the current text I wanted to give a 200% size I need it, and I'll save this one. I'll say this is a bigger text. I'll saved it. See here, this is a smaller text and this is a bigger text. See, both are paragraph only, but here I given a 200% font size, so that is why this particular text is little big. Similarly, if you wanted to add any kind of border, right, so that is also you can do it. For example, I'll add a new paragraph and I'll say style. Style is a attribute. Okay, in that attribute I'm saying border, and I'm giving some size of the border, and I can give it's a solid line or dotted line, all those stuff. There I can give some color. So for example, I'll give a red color here, and then semicolon and double quote. So whatever it's coming here, right, it's attribute value of style. And here I have to add a text, and here I'll say this is my text in red color, and I'll close this paragraph tag. Now I'll come here, see here, this is my text in red color, and also there's a border also. So what, because the color I gave it in a border only, I gave the color. So this way, if you wanted to add a border of your paragraph, you can do that as well. So whatever we are doing it here, right, it's a heading or bold or italic or in a font color, everything it's a markup of your actual text. Normally when you write any text in your notepad, it's a normal text, right? But we wanted to mark up something with a different formatting. So that is what we are doing. So that's why HTML is called a markup language. So now we have done almost everything. So this is a border color alone, right? So for example, I wanted to change the background color. For example, this one I wanted to change the background color. So, or I wanted to change the background color for this one. So how do I do it? So this is Apple iPhone 13 Pro, right? I'll just go here. This is a one. So for this heading, I wanted to give a background color. So how do I give it? Again, style and double quote, and you say background color colon red semicolon. I did a Control S to save the HTML file. See here, I refreshed it. The background got changed to red color. Similarly, you can change it to any color. For example, I wanted to give a green. Refresh it. You will be able to see the green color. And here, this image, right, which I downloaded as a cloud image, right, which I have it here. If you look at the file size or you go to the detail, you will have some width and height. With this 382 pixel, height is 168 pixels. So this is the image actual width and height. So that's why it's coming like this. I wanted to change this width or height to different value. Then how do I do it? So this is the image source. Here if you wanted to give different width. So actual width is 382. Okay, so I wanted to give it like 500. And height is currently 168. If you don't give anything, it will give the actual image size. So it was 162, right? 168. I wanted to give 200. I saved it. I'll come here. You look at the image size, which is the actual image size. Now in the code, we have changed to bigger size. I'm just going to do a Control R or refresh this page. It will show the bigger image now. See here, it got little bigger, right? So this way you can adjust your image size as well. So now we almost saw everything, whatever we wanted to see. See here, this text and all, whatever we have written, it's coming like that. But again, if I want this text to be centered, right? So then what you can do is, this is where this is bigger text, right? Where it is, this is bigger text. So this one I wanted in a center. Then what you can do, or I'll just add a new line. So anywhere you can add it. For example, I'll add it here, P. I'll just go, whatever we are writing inside the P, it's a paragraph. I'll just have it like welcome. I'll come here and save it, refresh it. Welcome is coming here. So I wanted to have this welcome in a center. So how do I do it? Again, it's a style only. And there's a attribute value called text align. And you have to separate by colon and then center, double quote, and then here you will have a semicolon. And I'll come and refresh this one. See here, welcome is coming to center of that particular line. So this way you can explore the different command in HTML. So now we almost saw what is head and what is body, what is title, what is heading, and what is paragraph, what is hypertext, what is image, what is break, and what is bold, what is italic. So we saw almost everything. Okay, so now at the end I'm going to show another important thing, which is called table. For example, if you look at any website, right, there we can see sometime table structure also, where you can have multiple rows and also multiple column. The same thing we are going to include it here. So how do you add table? So inside body, I'll try to add one table. So if you wanted to start any table structure, it has to start with table and table. Okay, so table has to be closed. So this is the table. So now what I'm going to do is, inside the table, I'm going to add a 3 rows. Okay, so normally rows, it is tr, which is table row, and I'll just close this one. So any tag which you are opening, it has to close, and this is one line. Table row is one line, and I'm going to add 3 lines. I've added 3 lines. Okay, so I'll just give, and inside the table what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 2 columns. We are going to have 3 rows, and we are going to add 2 columns. So in order to add 2 column, you have to give td column, you have to give td. Td is table data, and I told I'm going to add 2 columns. So I'll just copy this one, I'll paste it here, or better readable purpose, I'll just move it like this. Okay, so this is one table row. One table row, we have 2 column, and another table row, I'll just copy this one, or I'll just better copy this one, and I'll replace for this one. Okay, so this is for the second row, and this is for the third row. So you have total 3 rows, where I'll just fill, I have 2 columns. I'm going to fill some employee name and employee ID. So I'll just give employee name as Arul, and employee ID I'll give 1001. Similarly, I'll give another row, another, okay, so here it's a 1 column, right, and this is another column. So I'll just go and refresh this one. See here, the table which is coming this value, because others are empty, and also there is no border here. If you wanted to add a border, right, I'll just go and add border equal to 1, and I'll refresh it here. So you'll be able to see the border. Now it's coming here. So now this is one row which is having 2 columns. So that is why you have 1 row and you have a 2 columns. So now I'll add some more value in another row. So this will be, I'm adding another employee name, employee ID, and I'll say another employee called Bala, and I'll add 1003. I'll refresh this one. See here, it's a table which is having 3 rows, one for Arul, another one for Raj, and another for Bala. So you have 3 rows, which is we defined as a tr. Tr is for row. So that is why you have 3 tr tags, which is for 3 table rows, and inside the table you have 2 columns. So this is for the first 2 columns, second 2 column, third 2 columns. So that's why you have a 2 td row, which is 2 td. 1 td is for table data, which is this first column, and second one is for next td. So this way you can have your table is defined. So one more thing what is pending is these are all table data. So now if you want some table heading, right, just to denote this is a employee name. So whatever Arul, Raj, Bala is employee name, and 1001, 1002, 1003 is employee ID. Then you can copy this one and paste it here. And when you say header, so instead of td, right, you have to have it like th. So that is called table header. And then I'm saying this is a employee name, and I'm saying this is employee ID. And if refresh it here, see here, this came in a bold, which is a header, and these are table data. Here how many rows we have? We have 3 rows, 1 header, and each row we have 2 columns. Similarly, you can have more columns also. So for example, you wanted to have add a department, right? So you can add a department here, department, and here I can add another column just to denote the department, IT department, and I can say testing department, and I can say the another employee Bala from the HR department. So now I have saved it and I refreshed it. See here, your table is coming now with 3 columns. So this way you can add a table in the HTML. So now we almost explored all the important tags. So we saw how to give a heading and also how to give a background color. Heading 2, this is for B and this is for I, and this is with the paragraph again with the font color, and this is bigger font size. This is with paragraph with borders, and this is text align with red, and this is image. This is a hypertext with a tag called A, and this is for table, where table we learned table, th, td and tr and td. So all the important tag we have seen today. So notepad, when you type it, it will be a normal text, but when you wanted to show something big or with a formatted text, right? So that is called markup language. And when you wanted to click link, you wanted to traverse to other page, that is called hypertext. So that's why we call HTML as a hypertext markup language. Thank you. Hi, thank you for watching this video so far. If you like the video, please share it with your friends and also subscribe to this Tech Lightning channel. Thank you. Bye-bye.